What triggers you and I to buy certain brands and products over other products which may be similar and cheaper? Is price always the deciding factor, or are there other things that come into being that almost manipulate us to buy? And why are brands so valuable? In my podcast today, I'll be exploring these things and more. But first of all, if you like this content, please do like and share it and press the buttons and the thumbs up and all that sort of thing. And don't forget that I'm running a webinar usually every Wednesday, 3 steps to money management and financial freedom. So do check that out. So what I wanted to look at is brand loyalty. Does brand loyalty always pay? People buy market leading brands for a variety of reasons. Sometimes it's comfort, peace of mind, safety, and status, depending, of course, on what the products are. However, brands such as Heinz beans, Coca Cola, and Louis Vuitton and all these top brands sell for a substantial premium over generic products that are similar and sometimes just as good. I mean, in blind tasting tests, sometimes people can't tell the difference between certain colas, certain expensive wines, and things like beans and porridges and that sort of thing that they would buy only those brands. So I've got a tip here. Avoid brand loyalty wherever possible. And if you have to buy your favorite brands, buy them when they're on sale, or look out for a place where you can specifically buy that brand, rather than say you're being in the supermarket and just saying, well, I'll buy this and I'll buy that. Okay, I need these Heinz beans, or I need these certain biscuits. You can find those and source those beans and biscuits, maybe when they're on sale, or maybe you can buy them in larger quantities in bulk when you get the right price for them, because they'll come up from time to time, they'll come up a little bit cheaper. So that's the first tip. Now look, advertisers and supermarkets, they know very well what triggers us to buy. You know, they'll have certain things in the end of the aisle. So you're walking along, so, oh, I'll buy that, you know, I'll buy that. The end of the aisle prices, special offers, even the eye level of the shelf will cause people to buy certain things. And believe me, brands pay for these. They pay for the certain end of aisle positions. It doesn't happen by accident. And maybe the supermarkets are getting a bigger cut off of those, or they're getting a premium to put those brands in those places. So look, another tip for you is, instead of just buying a meat or a fish based on the packet price, like here's a special offer, skinless breasts, for instance, chicken breast, look at the price per kilo, and you'll find that sometimes it could be double the price per kilo when you buy, say, a skinless breast, as opposed to breast with the skin on that you have to take off, or maybe cheaper parts of the chicken, or maybe a whole chicken and then you cut it up yourself and cook it. So always look at the price per kilo, not the sticker price. That's what they want you to look at. Here's the price. And if you look down in the small print, you can see the price per kilo, and then you can decide whether it's a really good bargain or not. Now, we know that poor houses in the West are now increasingly spending more and more proportion of their income on essential items like food and, you know, the things that you buy in the households. And as much as half of people's income, disposable income in developing countries, goes on these things. And we know that wealthier families may only spend 5 or 10% of their income on essential things like food. Now, there's a thing called Engels Law. This is a 19th century German statistician, Ernst Engel, who observed that the percentage of income allocated on food purchases decreases as the household income rises, while other things such as education, recreation, gadgets, and cars increases. Well, he didn't have cars in the 19th century, but you get the picture. Now, right now, we're seeing that food inflation and inflation on essential items are really hitting families hard. So comes up Procter & Gamble that make all these household items, and Kraft Heinz are doing well because, you know, these prices have gone up. And did you know that legendary investor like Warren Buffett from Berkshire Hathaway buys companies which have a brand or competitive moat? Now, look, brand values such as the top companies like Apple, Coca Cola, Amazon, and McDonald's have a substantial brand value, in not just the company value, but the brand value. And these can be as much as 300 billion in just brand value alone. And that's why Warren Buffett will buy these sorts of brands, because they're perennial, they're evergreen. They're not going to change much with you know, ups and downs of the economy. So in his fund, in his Berkshire Hathaway fund, the stock holding of leading brands such as Apple, Bank of America, Coca Cola, American Express make up 85% of his holdings. Now, that doesn't mean you should just go and copy Warren Buffett, because Warren Buffett waits for the right time to buy. So he buys these stocks when they're on sale. And you can do the same with your favorite household products as well. Buy them when they're on sale. Now, you need to prepare yourself for what I would call the coming downturn in the economy. Many leading economists are predicting a downturn in the economy, and that will include the stock prices and property prices. And that's when you can buy when they're on sale. So look, keep in touch with my podcast and do look at my webinar, Unlock Your Financial Freedom, Master the Art of Money Management, and in 3 simple steps, and prepare yourself to become a good investor by getting financial education. So in today's challenging landscape, where inflation, higher interest rates, downturn prevails, and this is the time where you need to prepare. It might not be the right time to invest when the market's at the top, but you need to start preparing now, because we know that things are going to get tougher. There's a think tank in the UK led by Ian Duncan Smith that says that the pension age, the age at which people receive their state pension, which is currently 66, 67, needs to increase, get this, to 75, age 75, in order to balance the books in the economy. So in other words, they are seriously thinking, now this is not government policies, this is a leading right-wing think tank, but it's the way things are moving. It could happen. So bear in mind, you need to start preparing now for the downturn, and things are going to start happening to you outside of your control. So that's why you need to prepare. So do check out my webinar, and I will see you there. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next podcast. Do like and share. Thanks very much, and bye for now.